This year, the foundation is pleased to have a local businessman and a product of the first class from Clark Magnet High School, same school you folks went to, Louis SADD, to address us. Mr. SADD is the founder and chief executive officer of DataStream IT, a Glendale-based company that provides a broad range of IT services to a wide range of industries, including financial services, engineering, entertainment, manufacturing, real estate development, and nonprofits. Louis was named 2017 Man of the Year by the Glendale Chamber of Commerce during its State of the City event earlier this year, a distinction very well deserved. Please join me in welcoming Louis SADD as our keynote today.
Thank you so much. Good morning. I'm honored to be in the presence of such an accomplished group of students. It seems like only yesterday that I was this age. If you haven't already, you're going to start hearing a lot of people tell you that you are the future. And to all the students I say, they are absolutely wrong. Your value does not only lie in the future. You are the present. You matter greatly today. Wherever you go from this point forward, your communities and your world need you right now. You are about to embark on a really exciting time in your life. Your final days of high school, the adventure of college, and beyond. You should enjoy every moment. People are going to tell you that this is the best time in your life. And I'm here to tell you that they are wrong. This isn't the best time in your life unless you let it be. As awesome as this time is, you will continue to have fun and exciting life enjoyment as you move through your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, and beyond. If you keep a positive attitude and you're open to life's adventure. Each stage of life will present its own hardships and its own victories. Seize each point in your life, whether it be to bask in the glory, enjoy the moment, or to find the lesson in what initially seems like a failure. But back to right now. You're very young. You have time on your side, so don't waste it. These next 10 years are absolutely critical to the rest of your life. You're now old enough for people to take you very seriously, yet you don't have the greater responsibilities that come later in life. During this time, you may think anything is possible. And if you think that, you'd be right. College is that time where people are willing to take risks on you and invest in you, the way that people in this room have invested in you today. And while college is an investment both financially and of your time, it's also a great time to invest in yourself in ways that become much more difficult later on in life. I encourage you to find internships where you're exposed to different experiences whenever possible, to take a class in something random, to join a club that vaguely sounds interesting to you, to spark up a conversation with someone whose views are much different than what you were exposed to growing up, with an open mind and an open heart. And while it's likely not the major that will guide you on your life path exactly, precisely as you thought it would, it's the experiences and the adventures that you seize that will shape who you are and in turn allow you to shape the lives of others very soon. After college, your responsibilities will begin to solidify your place in this world and make it tougher, although not impossible, to change. As Mark Twain said, 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from the harbor. A ship in the harbor is safe, but that is not what ships are for. So cherish every moment of college. Take big risks. Start a business if you're so compelled. I did. I started a business with my best friend from high school, Clark Magnet High School. People always say how impressed they were that I was able to build this business on my own and with my buddy way back then. Wow, that was so impressive, all the risk that you guys took. But the reality is there was absolutely no risk. If we failed, we could get great jobs with our new degrees. The risk would be infinitely greater now that we have the concrete responsibilities that life presents when you're 34 years old like I am. Just like compound interest, a topic I first learned about in my Glendale Community College accounting classes, the small investments you make now will exponentially grow by the time you're old enough to appreciate and enjoy them. So take risks. Trust me, you'll never have the same flexibility and freedom the way you do right now. So my story of my business started, as I mentioned, when I was at Clark Magnet High School. I met my best friend there. We decided to start a business when we were in the 9th grade, and by the time we were in Glendale Community College, we kind of got moving with that business. We did computer consulting, anything we can get our hands on that we could make $20 or $30 an hour for. We started small, step by step. We moved on to USC together. Again, there wasn't a lot of risk because we were in school and we had the ability to kind of wait until we finished to see how things would go. And then when we graduated from USC, we decided to go full force with the business. Again, there was little risk in doing so because if we failed within a year or two, you know, we can kind of move that into a great job with the degrees we got from USC. Growing up, we had an interesting experience because I was born in 1982, and when I was starting school, there was no such thing as the internet that anyone knew of. Can you imagine that? I'm still 34. I'm relatively young, and there was no internet when I was in elementary school and middle school. We started hearing about it, and by high school, it was something that was in the news a lot. We would hear about stories like Bill Gates and Steve Jobs, who dropped out of college, which I don't recommend doing, and starting their own businesses. So that was an interesting time, and there's a huge point there with taking that risk. And when I say take that risk, it could mean starting a business. It could mean getting that job that you didn't think you were able to get. It could mean getting that internship that you might be a little interested in or a lot interested in, but as Betty Porto said, just do it. Get that job. Start that business. Start consulting in something that you know about. Ask advisors for help. Do it now because it's much more difficult later on. This is a phenomenal time in your life. So here's the way this works. The world owes you absolutely nothing, but you owe it to the world to help leave it better than you found it. There are many illusions in life at this age in particular that make it look like the world owes you something. Take a moment to honor your parents, your grandparents, your aunts and uncles, your cousins and friends and teachers who helped you reach this stage in life. Their love gives you the illusion that food appears in the refrigerator, that help is there always when you need it, and that higher education is attainable for anyone who wants it. No matter your parents' and your family's financial status, remember how blessed you are for your opportunities. It's sometimes easy to forget that many people in this world aren't as lucky. Take a moment to appreciate the people in this room today. They're affiliated with the Community Foundation of the Verdugos, an organization that for over 60 years has been strengthening our community through granting funds to nonprofits and awarding scholarships that you're receiving today. It took decades of hard work from men, women, and families to save money and decide to invest it in their community, to invest it in you. In contrast to the selfless giving that brings us here today, today's society offers a more selfish perspective. If you look at social media, you'll see photos of people living their best lives, quote unquote, and giving us all types of hashtag goals in their comments. Don't believe everything you see. If it seems too perfect to be true, it probably is. Nobody posts a photo of themselves when they're down and out. The selective posts of social media distort our views of reality and make us question if we're truly on the right path. If you do happen to find yourself looking at these filtered lives and thinking, I should have this, remember you have something greater. You have an entire community backing you, a community rooting for you, not to have perfectly lit Instagram photos, but a lifetime of success. Remember that everyone has their ups and downs, but we are all the captains of our own destiny. We are all in charge. The fact that you're here today is a reflection of your great accomplishments thus far as students. But it's also due to the tremendous luck that you have by living in the best country on the planet and by being part of an incredibly involved community with this very special foundation, a foundation started and maintained by people who care about their community and its future and its present. All of you are sharp, capable young people. You're the present, and we're counting on you to carry the torch further down the road. My closing message to you is to be thankful, be engaged, be honest, be patient, and be ready to start carrying the torch sooner than you initially thought. Thank you for being up to the challenge. We're counting on you, and we're right there with you. Thank you very much.